Good morning, good morning. Hi, Aileen here. I can see I am just gone live and I'm so excited about this morning's session. I'm just going to give everybody a minute to find me. Hopefully, you can find me in the group. I am live a little bit early this morning because I am heading off to lunch a little bit early with some friends. So I wanted to get this live done before I headed off. Say good morning if you're joining me live. It is Friday morning here in Mougins in the south of France, and it is an absolutely beautiful day. Where are you in the world? Let me know where you are in the world. I would love to know. So say hi, tell me where you are from, and I have a great session for you this morning. This morning we're going to be talking about body shape analysis, and specifically I'm going to be talking about curvier figures with a shorter waist and a longer rise, a little bit like my own figure. But these typically are very, very difficult figure types to dress. I mean, obviously, there are other figure types that are difficult to dress, but this particular figure type is really, really tricky. So I would love to know who is live here with me. I'm not seeing any comments yet, but I would love to know who has found me. Has everybody found me at this point? Or are you struggling to find me? Well, obviously, if you're not here, you're struggling to find me. Okay, so what I'm going to do to begin with is I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to put a poll on the screen. I have to remember how to do this again now. So I'm just going to play a little bit until people find me because I'm a few minutes early. So let me see. Polls. Click on polls. Okay, let me see. Create poll. Okay. So this should actually appear on the screen if I'm lucky. Create poll. Okay. Did it? No, it's not published. Okay. For some reason, it is not publishing my poll. Ah, it's going to be one of those mornings where nothing works for me. Or maybe I'm trying to be too technical. I'm not so sure. So, nobody is finding me right now. I'm just wondering if I'm actually live in the group or not. Let me just check if I am live in the group. I'll actually be able to check from the link down here. Bear with me for a minute. I have too many tabs open and I am trying to see if I am live in the right group. Okay, Karen is watching from Cambridge in New Zealand, so we must be in the right place. So that is brilliant. Hey, Karen, all the way from New Zealand. It is brilliant to see you. It is brilliant to see you. Thanks for joining this morning. I love when people join live. I love to know with me. And now it is talking back to me. At this point, the computer is talking back to me. So I think I'm just going to leave well enough alone, and I'm not going to actually touch anything on the screen. And I am going to see if I can go ahead with this live, and hopefully it will work smoothly for me this morning. Okay, so what am I talking about this morning? I'm talking about body shape analysis, and I am going to be specifically talking about curvy body shapes that have a longer rise and a shorter waist. And the reason that I'm talking about this topic is because basically one of the ladies in my Unstoppable Style program asked a question in the support group. Now, my Unstoppable Style program is the program, it's really my styling program where I train personal stylists to do body shape analysis, both online and offline. And that program comes with a style guide template, which I actually use for many years in my styling business. So So a lot of the training is based around body shape analysis and being able to create a set of rules for your client so they can go and dress themselves and look the part. So it is an extremely, extremely practical course. And as part of that course, basically it comes with a support program. And the support part is a Facebook group where my personal stylists can bring their clients if they need some help with body shape analysis, and we work together, or if they struggle to, put some of the rules together for their clients, or if they have any questions around style. So it's a very, very practical training program. And if you have any questions about that, you can just DM me the words Unstoppable Style, and I'll give you more information about that. But one of the things that I noticed when I'm working with personal stylists who are in my Unstoppable Style program is that oftentimes they come into the program already trained, but I notice a number of gaps in the training when they come in and they take my program and they start working with me on my program. And the first thing that I often find is that these personal stylists, they struggle with their own figure. They struggle to dress their own figure. And if you are a personal stylist and you struggle with your own figure and you struggle with the rules to dress your own figure, you're not going to have a massive amount of confidence to put yourself out there or to promote your styling services. So that's one of the first gaps I notice in a lot of the personal stylists coming into the program. Oftentimes they don't know their own body shape, or they struggle with dressing their own body shape. Additionally, I also see that sometimes they can't even identify the specific features in their own body shape. And also they struggle to put the rules together for their clients. And even if you are struggling to put the rules together for your clients, it's going to be very, very tricky for you to create a style guide for them. So that's really what my Unstoppable Style program is about. It's about helping personal stylists to get confident with their own body shape, get confident with the rules around their own body shape, and then to get confident with body shape analysis and put a set of rules together for their clients. And that's really, really important. So this personal stylist who brought this particular question to the group, I'm going to share a few slides to talk about what specifically her question was. But basically, the question was about herself. And basically, she wanted to know how she could wear high-rise pants as an hourglass. Now, she is a curvy hourglass with a shorter waist and a high rise, very not dissimilar to the illustration that I have here on this slide. So oftentimes the waist can be high, and the rise area, which is from the waist to, say crotch, that area is long. That area is long. So honestly, high-rise pants are not ideal for this figure type, unless you are very, very slim, because high-rise pants will make the rise look longer. They will make the waist look shorter, and they will emphasize a tummy or any issues you have around that area. So wearing, high-rise pants for this figure type is tricky. It's really, really tricky. Now, you don't just get a short waist and a high rise on an hourglass figure. You also get it on a figure of 8 body shape, which is my body shape. And you can also get it on a pear shape. So, it's not necessary that it only happens on an hourglass. The other thing is the waist can oftentimes get higher as we gain weight or as we go through menopause. And what happens is the rise tends to look longer and the waist tends to look shorter. Additionally, if you, get a bust enhancement, it can often maybe make the um, rise look longer and the waist look shorter also. So, all of these factors can play into body shape. And this is why body shape analysis is so difficult. It's not just as simple as saying somebody has an hourglass and they can wear this set of rules. Oftentimes, you have to take these other, what I call prominent features into play, and you have to adjust the rules for your hourglass based on this. And this is just, an adjustment based on two other features. There are many other things that you might have to make an adjustment for. And that's why oftentimes, automated programs for style analysis don't work terribly well. It's also why, just taking into consideration the vertical body proportions and the horizontal body proportions is not enough. You have also to take into consideration, is this person, do they have a long waist? Do they have a short waist? Do they have a short rise, or do they have a longer rise? So it's very, very important to take these things into consideration. Now, a high-rise pants will always bring attention to the central area of the body. So if this is not your best feature, then you definitely need to make some modifications to wear a high-rise pants. And I will talk you through what those modifications are this morning. I also wanted to show you here a picture of Salima Hayek, because she is a celebrity that I believe has a high waist, and it's gotten higher as she's gotten older. She's a bigger bust, and her dimensions are really a shorter waist and a longer rise. And you can see her in a high-waisted pants here this morning. It really will emphasize the bust. It will emphasize any bit of tummy that you have. And unless you're very slim, now Salima is very slim, but many hourglasses may not be very slim. So the high-rise pants will just make a problem for you. You can see here that she's wearing a much lower rise pants here, and it's a lot more flattering because it lengthens her body. It lengthens her body. So you can see wherever the horizontal line is going to widen that part of the body. So it's really, really important when you're selecting styles for your client that, you're actually taking into consideration, where are you putting the horizontal line, and is this flattering for this body shape? Okay, so that's Salima Hayek. Now, going into some tips for being able to wear high waist pants as an hourglass or a figure of 8 or a pear shape. A pear shape makes it trickier again, because obviously you might have saddlebags that you have to contend with as well. So it might be important to make sure that you have take into consideration the saddlebags as well, and you have to adjust the rules based on that. Now, what I find with most personal stylists who come into my program is they really struggle to adjust the rules, or they have some kind of ungainly style guide that they can't change the rules. And that definitely happened to me when I started out. One of the things I thought that would make styling easy was to buy automated style guides where I put in measurements and then it would generate a style guide for me. But the problem with that was oftentimes what was generated by the computer didn't really reflect the client in front of me. So I believe that body shape analysis cannot be computerized, and that we do need to actually go in and adjust based on what we're seeing. I actually don't believe in body measurements even. I think we have to physically look at the client and determine the body shape and what the prominent features are, and what rules we need to create for our client. So let's talk about somebody like Salima here, with her high-rise pants, shorter waist, longer rise. What kind of rules would I employ for her? Now I'm going to be looking over here to the left because I wrote a blog post about this and I want to make sure that I'm covering everything. So one of the things you can do if you have a visually short torso is to do a little what we call a blouson, and Salima has done that here, where you tuck in, but you actually pull out the top, so there's kind of a blouson effect. It drapes loosely over the waist and can elongate the torso. You can also do a half tuck. You can also do a half tuck to make the torso look longer. You can also, choose something like putting a shorter jacket over this outfit to make the body look more in proportion. I'm actually going to show you what I'm wearing this morning to give you an idea of also how you can visually elongate the body. I'm going to have to stand up. Hopefully you can see. I should see in a minute what you're seeing on your screen. I'm going to actually stop the share and I'm going to, let me stop the share here and show you what I'm wearing this morning. So you can actually see, I'm actually wearing a high-rise pants. My waist is here. I have a very, very high waist. So this pants actually comes up to my waist. And this is a high-rise pants. I have a short waist and I have a longer crotch area, really long crotch area. So what I tend to do is I will wear a slightly shorter top, but it will have some kind of feature here to elongate the torso. So you can still see that this is a high waist pants, but I have this feature on my top which will elongate my top. Otherwise, I end up looking much, much heavier if I don't have this feature on my top. So there's kind of a yoke insert in this top to make sure that it elongates my body and makes me look slimmer. So that's one of the key things you need to do is to elongate the torso. Even if you're wearing high rise, and you can still see that it's a high rise pants based on this top. So it's quite a clever top. You can do it by blousoning, you can do by half tucking, by adding a little short jacket. So what I tend to do is I add a little jacket that's slightly longer than the waist. So you can still see my waist, but you have a slightly longer jacket. It's still a short jacket. It's not a long jacket. It's still a short jacket, but it's enough to lengthen the waist. You can also just totally bypass the waist. So sometimes I'll wear a top, that's just longer and the high waist is underneath, if that's tricky for me. And then the other thing that's really important is to somehow visually shorten the rise area, because the rise area, the area between your waist and the crotch area, if that's really long, and as we get older, that tends to, curve outward. We want to shorten that. So one of the main tricks I use for doing that is to create some kind of diagonal line on the rise. So to create a diagonal line on the rise, you can have a yoke, like the insert on my blouse that I was just showing you. You can have the yoke on the pants, you can have the yoke on the top, you can have a diagonal hemline. I tend to do it sometimes with a belt. This is a V belt that I got in a vintage shop years ago. It's a Dior V belt. And they can be a bit tricky to find. I find loads of them here in France, but internationally I find them a bit tricky to find. So this belt actually comes down in a V, and it visually breaks up the length of my crotch area or my rise area. And it's a really, really useful belt because immediately it visually reduces my rise. And because it is in a V at the front, it does the same thing as a yoke would do. I hope you can all understand the term yoke. It's like an insert, a V insert, either in a skirt or in a pants. And this will visually elongate the short waist, but also break up the rise. So these V belts or yokes that are built into a skirt or a pants are our best friends if we have a short waist and a long rise. And it's really, really great. Another belt that I use all the time is these elasticated belts. And sometimes I wear a jacket over them, or sometimes because this one is it's elasticated, I can wear it in more of a V. So I change how I wear it over a pants or over a dress or over a skirt, again, to break up that really long visual length of my rise, which also works immediately to elongate my which works immediately to elongate my waist, which is absolutely what I want to happen. Okay, and let me see what else. I also have this other little clever belt that I got in Marks and Spencer's years and years ago. And it's actually very, very clever. Now I need to raise it up so you can see it. So this is an elasticated belt. And oftentimes this will work really great on a beige pants because basically the beige kind of blends into the pants. And this part of the belt here at the front, I'm just going to buckle it up to show you, draws attention, it shortens, it just shortens the rise and it lowers the waist and it works really, really well with or without a jacket. Whereas a lot of my belts I wear with a jacket to kind of take out this bit here and your eye just focuses on the center where the belt is. This one I can wear with or without a jacket and it works really, really well. So I guess the overall, what you're doing overall is visually with design features on the top or the pants is you're trying to create a diagonal line of some description or some kind of line that will distract from the length. But what I find is that a lot of personal stylists actually struggle to identify the long rise to begin with. So this personal stylist who actually brought up this question in the group mentioned that she didn't even know, that she had a long rise and a short, or a long rise and a short waist. Because the other thing is our bodies can change. She's probably started out with an hourglass figure that had, a longer waist and a shorter, my computer is all over this place this morning, keeps blinking. I hope you guys can actually still see me. Give me the thumbs up if you can still see me. Everything seems a bit bitty this morning for some reason. It's the type of training I'm doing as well. I did write a blog post explaining all of these suggestions, including diagrams that you can get over on my website, or you can sign up for my newsletter and I'll be sending it out on Monday. So it's www.thesixfiguresstylist.com. I had it up on my page there a minute ago. I don't know why my camera is not working right now, but it's not working. So let me just put this over here. it is really great. Yeah, for some reason the video is not working right now. I don't know why that is the case. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working right now. That's a bit of a pain in the bottom, so it is. But this off, my audio is also removed. Ooh, not good. Okay, so what I'm going to be encouraging you to do is to sign up for my newsletter, www.thesixfiguresstylist.com, and I will be sending out details of the blog that goes along with this training on Monday. I have no idea why the camera is not working right now. I didn't change anything, so it should be working, but it's not. So if you have any questions right now, can you put them into the comments and I can answer those questions before I go? Do you think you have this body type? Is it something that you struggle with? Is it something that you think, you could be able to identify in your client or not? Let me know. Let me know whether you could or not. Why is that camera not working? Stop cam. Okay, I just stopped the cam and started again, so maybe it will work. No, it's still not working. I don't know why it's not working. It could be something with the camera. Do you have any questions? Have you seen this feature on your clients? Have you helped them to dress this feature? Maybe you've seen this feature yourself. Sarita's saying, I'm gone now. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. I am gone now. You know what? I'm just going to end this live now because I'm not really sure what you're seeing or what's going on. Okay, now I see a question. So somebody must be hearing me. What happens if you are short, large, busted with this figure type? Same thing, Karen. I definitely wouldn't recommend high waist pants because, being short just aggravates everything. I think you need to go for shaped clothes rather than belting is really, really tricky as well. I just about get away with it, Karen, because I'm quite tall. I'm 5'7". So if you're short, I think the key here is, have the same color on the top, have the same color on the bottom, but you do need shaping around the waist. So whether that means getting, shirts that fit you and then getting seams put into those shirts or seams put into those tops so that it's shaped around the bust. Hemming of shirts and tops at the right length is really key as well. So yeah, larger bust and shorter aggravates everything, Karen. I would just stop with the belting. I would stop with the high waist pants. They're going to make your bust look bigger. They're going to make you look shorter. You're going to need to go for really streamlined clothes that are shaped, not clothes that are stuck to you, but that are shaped. I would say, Salima in the second picture there is the best option for you. So a pants with, a mid-rise just below the belly button is what I like. You could belt in the same color as the pants or belt in the same color as the top if you want your torso to look longer, and then to wear a little jacket or a little waistcoat. I know in warm weather, the jackets are really difficult, so I tend to go waistcoat in the summer when I want to create a slimmer silhouette. So any other questions? I don't see any other questions right now. I'm not even sure if you're actually hearing me right now. So I'm going to finish the live for today, but I am encouraging you to go and check out and sign up for my newsletter. You will get access to my blogs and you will get access to me sending this content out to you on Monday through my blog. So that is www.thesixfiguresstylist.com, what you're seeing on the screen. Hopefully, I really hope that that's on the screen for you there. Okay, everyone, let me know if this was helpful. If you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay. If you have any questions about what I talked about this morning, get in there and ask the questions underneath this post, and I will get back to you and answer the questions. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will catch up with you all next week.